Just go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Help me welcome to the show Val of Dragonfly Crystals and Shari of Voices from the Swamp. Welcome to Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. And today, I am playing the part of Marina and Allie. So it's that dual personality. Yeah, sometimes you want to live like a Gemini. It's okay. So yeah, Allie started her holidays today. So as far as I know, she is traveling. So we wish her safe travels and have a good time because she really deserves to have the rest. And so I said, well, that's all right. I can handle things for you today. Well, she can just kind of let it go. So hello, Maureen D'Amico and artist Liz. Play Love Remember. Nice to see you. Suzanne is here. Mangled Unicorn, Snapdragon. There we go. So hello, everyone. And I'll go over to Val and say, how you doing, Val? What's happening on your channel?
I'm doing good. I just did a show with Dr. Gail. You might want to catch that on Dr. Gail's channel. And coming up tomorrow is Messages for Lightworkers. So tune into that on Marina's Heart Center Tarot.
Yes.
At 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain time.
Yes.
And that's about it for now.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Karen. Karen Schroeder is here with us from Little Blue Lotus Astrology. Nice to see you here. Yeah. And how about you, Shari?
I don't really have a whole lot the rest of this week. I'm doing backstage for Colleen and then Arthur on Friday. And again, I'm doing my monthly deep dive with Nath on Saturday. And I'm taking a workshop by Nath on Saturday called Money and Abundance Workshop.
Oh, nice.
And, so I thought, oh, that might be interesting. Maybe I can actually save some money. And then I have the slumber party Saturday night with Bobby from Wild Raven Tarot.
Nice.
Who will be my co-host, and he is such a sweetheart. I'm just in love with him. And then backstage again for Arthur and Colleen on Sunday, and Draining the Swamp on Monday. So
perfect.
And that's it.
Perfect. And you've got a course. Well, we'll get to me in a minute, but you've got a class or course or something coming up too, don't you, Val?
I do, actually. Well, you might want to actually sign up for the I have channeling class, but also the Trinity of Divine Embodiment, 3 activations, 3 weeks of activations that will restore your divine blueprint, give you ignite your soul to move out into the world and to activate the seer within. So you can sign up for that at dragonflycrystals.store, and that's on the Lions Gate 88 date.
88. Aren't you and Arthur doing the class?
We are. If you all want to sign up, August is booked fully. September 13th is our next available date, and you can book that on dragonflycrystals.store. Thank you, Shari, and thank you.
You're welcome. I remembered him saying it. Yeah. And I'm working on putting together a class. I don't know if it'll be just a one-day class or if I'll stretch it out on creating vision boards and how to do vision boards. When I had my members meeting last weekend, somebody mentioned it and everybody started talking about it, and somebody said, well, you're going to do a class on that, right? I said, well, I got to learn a little bit about it first, but sure, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all been fussing at me about you need to do a class,
Oh, I think that's how you should start out. When somebody's requesting it, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I had like 5 or 6 people in the members meeting were all like, yeah, let's do a class. I'm like, okay, well, I said, y'all start doing your homework and send me infos.
That's exactly. Yeah. And then, you have a good idea of how many people are going to want to attend because they've already told you they're interested in attending.
Exactly.
So, and I have got, well, of course, messages for light workers tomorrow on my channel with Val. Friday is tentative story in the cards with Allie. There isn't anything in my schedule. There isn't anything absolutely planned because we decided to do it kind of a fly by night, last minute. If she is in a position to get Wi-Fi, to get hooked up, we can put it together at the last minute. So just look out for that. If it's going to happen, it'll be on Friday. I do next week on August 1st is the next Achieving Union 30-day course starts. And you can still sign up for it. And you can sign up for it on the new and improved Marina's HeartCenteredTarot.com.
You've got to go check out Marina's HeartCenteredTarot.com. What a gorgeous website. I do say so myself.
It is fabulous. It is fabulous. And Val just got in there and sprinkled magic dust all over it and was like, the angels came out and looked at it and went, so you can sign up for the class. You can sign up for a reading for yourself. You can sign up to get a gift card or purchase a gift card for someone who you think might benefit from a reading, but they're not the kind of person that would ever go that next step and book themselves in for a reading, right?
But they will get the treat of their lives if you do that.
They're
I had somebody that just donated a reading that I'm going to be giving to somebody coming up here the next couple of weeks.
Excellent.
And, so wanted a reading and couldn't afford it, so
exactly. So that's what you can do. The other thing is, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Allie's channel, to my channel, to Val, to Sherry's channel. Leave a comment, give an emoji, do whatever. It helps us. It helps the algorithm so that we get out in front of people who want to hear what it is that we're saying. They just don't know where we're located. They just don't know our channel names or so on. So when you do that, and of course it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free.
Marina, you have memberships, right?
I do too. I have memberships on the website.
MarinaCenteredTarot.com.
Yes. And please go over, sign up for membership over there. If you are a member with me here on YouTube and you would like to transition to the website, feel free to do that. Okay. You can sign up for the website and then cancel the membership on YouTube. It's okay. That is going to allow me to have a lot more flexibility in terms of notifying you when things are happening, sending out emails and so on. So by all means, please go over, check out the website because it is absolutely fabulous. I am so in love with it. It's not funny. So, well, I'll let you know what we're going to talk about, and I'll just remind you guys that we do not take questions from the chat during this show. if you would like us to do a reading for you, or if you have a question that you would like us to answer, please put it on any of our channels in the comment section before Wednesday noon Pacific time. And that way, whoever is hosting, we can all make sure that the questions get there. But yeah, the idea behind the not having the questions is we do have a little bit of a format, and no questions for this week that were submitted. So we'll just carry on. So what I thought that we would take a look at this week, and keeping in mind that we've all been dealing with some stuff and blah blah blah, so wanted to keep it a little light. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we talked about superpowers, that the superpowers that generally are, the cartoon characters and the, Wonder Woman, Superman, that kind of stuff. So I'll ask Val first. If she looks up, what?
Me? I have to go first?
I was looking down at what I wrote before. But actually, yeah, as far as superpowers, I mean, I think we don't think of them as superpowers, but I think intuition is like a superpower on Earth. It's like, it really is. And even compassion, having compassion, or the ability to feel, just being able to feel, it's a different when you're out of the body and you're in spirit form, that sense of feeling, tangible feeling things. I think it's a little different. It may not be, but that's what I think. Knowing what somebody else needs without saying anything, that would be a superpower, like telepathy, or just, you just know. And I think if I was going to pick a superpower to have, and I've thought about this, it wouldn't be invisibility. It wouldn't be, reading people's minds, because I don't want to know what you're thinking about me.
No, I
don't want to sneak into your room when you can't see me, because I don't care what you're doing. So I don't need any of those. It would be fun to be able to bilocate, or be in different places at once, just on the whim. Oh man, I want to go to the Swiss Alps, and I want to sit on the Croatian Riviera. I want to, so I can bilocate, boom, and accomplish it both. Do it like you're 100% there in each location. And that would be my best superpower, because you wouldn't feel like you could do it all, do all these things, all these exciting things. You could make multiple of yourself to do 20,000 tasks you want to do. There's so much about that would be really fun. Say you got 2 speaking engagements. One was in one country and another was in another country. Boom, bilocate.
Exactly. I'm there. I can do that. Yeah.
It's an endless thing. I would love to, and they say Babaji is able to do that, bilocate. And the masters are able to do that. And, I know we can, but I want to do it consciously while I'm in the body.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think that a lot of us probably do that when we're in our dream state, or in our resting state. But to do it consciously would be fabulous.
Exactly.
And how about you, Miss Shari? What would your superpower?
Well, when we were backstage, I said I would love to have Wonder Woman's lasso, so I could make people tell the truth. But But thinking about it even more, it's, I mean, I would like to be able to fly like Superman does. That would be really cool. And you could go fast enough where it would be like bilocating. He would be there in a snap.
Exactly.
But I think if I wanted to really get down to it, I would really like to have magical powers like Bewitched. Just twitch my nose and the house is spotless. Snap my fingers and everything's ready to go. The kids are all dressed. We can walk out the door any second now. Or, you know, you get in the car and it doesn't want to start or it's low on gas. You just, you know, snap your fingers and boom, you got a full tank of gas and everything's fine. I mean, just that would be cool. And it would be very economical in a lot of ways as far as time spent.
No,
You know,
exactly.
I used to watch the old show and I could remember, you know, she was always serving, yeah, I want to do it myself and cleaning and washing dishes and doing. And I can remember sitting and thinking, why? If I could just twitch my nose and the house is spotless, yeah, I'm twitching my nose. And
The whole premise for that show was faulty.
Yes.
Exactly.
We're all sitting there going, what?
Every woman in America was like, what?
You're going to pretend to be
Are you
human
crazy?
when you can do all this? Come on. What's the benefit of any of that? We're all sitting there. No, nah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I as someone who mentioned to Val a couple of weeks ago, I don't have time to clean. I'm being spiritual.
Exactly. We're
Right.
spiritual to clean. I mean,
yeah. Jesus was the one that fussed at, what was it, the one sister who was trying to cook and clean for all the guests because the other sister was just sitting at his feet and absorbing the message. And she wanted him to fuss at that sister to get up and help. And he's like, she's doing the important thing.
Yeah.
And I can remember the first time I read that story in the Bible, and I thought, well, that kind of sucks for the one that's having to put up with all these guests in her house.
Yeah.
You know, how are they going to get fed and who's going to clean up the mess afterwards?
Come on.
You know, it's like, let's be a little bit more
that's not exactly
judicial about that. And
somebody
then of course my mind goes back to my mind goes back to Bewitched. And why would you want to do it by hand if you can
come on.
And it's done instantly, you know, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
And Play Love Remember says Uncle Arthur was
great.
Yeah, he was great.
Holland, yes.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Yeah.
I used to watch him on the Hollywood Squares.
Yes.
It was always center square. And oh my God, the things that would come out of that man's mouth. And when you watch it today, when you watch the old episodes, and it's like, Jesus, they got away with saying that on TV.
Yeah, some of the things.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, the double entendres, you know, the
they went over my head as a younger.
And everybody would snicker and laugh behind their hands. Everybody knew what the hell it meant, but
exactly.
It was like, you couldn't get away with saying that today on TV. They would, the censors would go nuts on you, and
they would.
Yeah,
they would.
I love watching those old shows like that. That's so much fun.
And Karen mentioned earlier, she said, I've literally seen two masters bilocate.
Yeah,
that
they do. They can. Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen it, but I know that one of the.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah.
I know that Sai Baba can.
Yes.
He used to be able to just create. He would create like neck pendants and necklaces and all kinds of things. They just come out of his hand.
Yes.
Literally in front of you.
Yes.
Rings.
David Copperfield, you know, he'd be like looking at David Copperfield and going, hold my beer. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah. How it's done. Yeah. And hello, Clarence and Mary Starshine.
Hey, Clarence.
And those of you who have joined us. Thank you so much for being here. So, you know, being a bit of a Smartass. I know it's shocking to most of you to think that, I would consider myself a smartass, but
That's why most of us love you, because you're a smart ass.
yeah, I wouldn't mind popping into somebody's house and being invisible and saying, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. I want to hear what you're saying. Not so much that I care about what you're saying, but what are you saying about me behind my back?
I don't.
No,
You don't care. You don't care what they think.
no, but it would be nice to know, and then yeah, you could have a little bit of fun with it, but not, yeah, definitely not seriously. I think if I could, I mean, seriously have a superpower, I think that I would like to go back to the story of Jesus being able to feed the multitudes with the bread and the fish. There is no reason that anyone should be hungry on earth.
None.
There is more than enough for everyone. And it breaks my heart when I think that there are parents out there who have to make a conscious decision about not eating a meal themselves so that their children can be fed, or getting to the point where they have to decide which one of the children is going to get fed today. I think that is absolutely horrendous. So yes, if I could have any kind of a superpower, I think I would like it to be that, to just be able to manifest food,
yeah,
for food, shelter, things along those lines. There's no reason for anyone to be in need except for greed, except for division.
Yep. That's all there is to it. There's no real, and on earth now, we pooled all our resources and supplies. No one would be hungry. No one would be suffering.
No, exactly. And there's,
the one Bible story that stuck with me from childhood, from the first time I remembered reading it, that always just really impressed me, I guess, with Jesus, just as a person, was one where he's in a crowd of people and they're walking and going and everyone's trying to get to him and touch him and whatnot. And there was a woman, according to the story, with an issue of blood. Now, they don't ever say what that issue was or what the problem was, but she knew that if she could just touch the hem of his cloak, she would be healed. And she risked being stoned to death in order to do it. And the fact that as he's walking through the crowd and he's getting shoved and pushed and people are, all over, when she reached out and grasped the hem of his cloak and just touched it for that second, he stopped and said, "Who touched me?" He felt his power go out to her and heal her.
Yes.
And of course, people are like, what do you mean? Who touched you? Everybody's touching you. He was like, oh no. And then he saw her and he was like, rise and go forward. You're healed. And that always stuck with me, that, what a gift that he didn't try to accuse her. He didn't try to blame her. He didn't try to shame her. It was simply, you had the faith to be healed and you're healed.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. And I don't know why that particular story has always stuck with me, but it always spoke to me as far as his true human character, of that it was not in him to blame or shame anybody. His heart was always to help, and
yes.
regardless of what kind of power you have, as long as you can reach out and help.
Yes.
I think that would be the ultimate thing to have,
Absolutely. And there's, it doesn't cost us anything to be kind to someone else, to to kind of, give them a little hand up when they need it. I mean, everybody is going to need, and everyone is going to be needy, and everyone is going to give when their turn comes.
Yeah.
So, there is no one who should be keeping score.
Yeah.
And,
because the person giving is blessed just as much as the person receiving. And
yes.
I think those that are receiving forget that, don't block someone else's blessing because you're too prideful. And that's regardless of your religion. That's just humanity.
Yeah, totally. Just accept it. Just, give freely. And if you ever find yourself thinking that, oh, well, if I give them this, I don't know what I'm going to get back, stop yourself, because you're not doing it with an open heart. You're doing it with condition. And anytime that we give a gift or we do something for someone else, it should be absolutely without condition. Just because I saw these flowers and they reminded me of you, so here's a bouquet. I got you a bouquet of flowers. There's the only thing that we have to exchange is respect and good energy, good wishes for everyone. That's it. That's it.
And twitching your nose would really come in handy to fulfill those.
Oh, please. Yes. Would it ever? Would it ever? Yeah.
Not just for yourself, but for other people that you could do. Yeah. Oh, you need clothes? Twitch, twitch, boom! You got a whole closet full of clothes. That would be perfectly,
Exactly. That would be, that would be wonderful. And Play Love Remember says, be who we want to see in the world. Yes. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And it
says the parable of the mustard seed. Yeah.
Yes.
The faith of a mustard seed, which is itty, bitty, 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 bitty. And you can move them out.
Absolutely.
It's mind-boggling when you think about it. It's.
Yeah, it is.
Totally. And when think about all the things that we do based on faith, we get up in the morning and we get out of bed. It never occurs to anyone to think that, well, if my feet touch the floor, what if I die? We don't think. We do so many things on faith, right? I'm going to get out of bed. The floor is going to be there. I'm going to step on it. I'm going to go to the bathroom. We don't even think about it. We just do it. But there is so much faith that the reality that we have created for ourselves is going
stable and not going anywhere. Yes. But actually, it's always changing. But there is faith that it is there in a way in which you can still move through it. Absolutely. And you are all creating that reality. So that really is faith, believing.
Yes. Yeah. And you guys out there in the chat, and I know there's some of you here that have said hello, and there's some of you that are not saying too much, and that's okay. If you want to lurk, you're allowed to lurk. You're allowed to just listen. You don't have to participate.
Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button.
Yes. Now, for those, I have the faith of a mustard gas, unstoppable, silent, and deadly.
Yeah, Bobby cracks me up.
Yes, Bobby. Fabulous. Yeah. And Snapdragon says, I wake up every morning and say, thank you for letting me live today.
That's a beautiful thing. And I do too.
I wake up every morning and think, will I be able to walk to the bathroom this morning, or do I have to crawl?
Oh, God.
Because there are some days when I literally have to crawl.
Oh, man. It's your back. Yeah.
And, and it's like in the beginning when it first started happening, it would really get to me. And now it's like, okay, it's going to be that kind of day. I just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
You just go roll with the punches.
That's it. You just learn to go with it, you know. So
Exactly.
I do try and wake up and say thank you. In fact, I go this far. I say thank you for such a magical day. Thank you for all the miracles that happened and all the fantastic synchronicities that occurred today. Like the day is over, and I was reaping all these rewards. And then I get up. Then I get up and see what happens.
Exactly. And isn't it amazing how many things throughout the day that you can say tick, tick, and this happened, and that happened, and that.
That's right.
It doesn't surprise me as much as it used to, but it still surprises me. And it surprises me that I'm surprised. But
it's pretty magical, actually. Just your perspective of the world and how you move through the world shifts it. And and you know, Jesus was trying to show us how we too can move through the world just like him and do all those things. So we just have to have the faith and belief in ourselves.
Exactly. And yes, Marina, she's just enjoying the conversation. Yeah, we are to love and not to judge. That's just it. That's just it. Is, you know, where was the committee who got together and appointed me as, you know, the queen of the universe and said, you know, you judge your way, Marina. It's okay. You know, we leave it up to you. Nobody.
Probably some. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
But
TikTok, I'm going to leave my mouth shut.
We're and I know that yes, Marina, she says I'm guilty of judging too.
We all are.
That comes with knowledge and with more the more we are connected to spirit, the more we realize that judgment is not necessary. Right? It's not necessary. Especially if you examine what it is that you're being judgeful about.
Let he without sin cast the first stone.
Exactly.
That's also what Jesus said, you know.
Yes.
So. And I actually managed to channel him once, and it was the most profound experience I've ever had. And the feeling of love was so overwhelming that it made me cry.
Yes.
It was just that strong. It was like, it literally made me think after the fact of how could you have walked through this world and put up with all the crap people did to you and still have that kind of love for folks. You know, it's like, if we could just get a smidgen of that.
Because he wasn't his body. So they didn't actually do it to him. Like,
right. He was able to transcend beyond that, you know.
Yeah, he was already transcended even in the body. So it was him being the mirror to them, but they didn't see their worthiness. They didn't see their beauty. And so they struck out. So they saw, that's the reflection. That people see. But, you know, when Jesus was here and he was showing us the way, and the light and the way.
Yes.
It was the way to get to that place where we transcend our ego. But what I really wanted to do is say I know some of you probably watch the show Wisdom from North. I caught like 10 minutes of a show this morning, and I've got to go back and watch it because the guy said some things about the ego that really made more sense to me than how we've been framing it. And he said, the ego is not a personality. It's not not anything like that. It's simply, it's an action. You can't make friends with it. You can't do anything with it. It's just an action. And we gave it a personality. We gave it a this. We gave it a that for the Earth School. It's just a mechanism here. So that as we try to deal with the ego as we have created it, it's just something that creates an action. That's all it is. It isn't even something that, and I guess the other part of the conversation is,
amen.
It's all built from, it runs on those things that we think we are, which we aren't, is the traumas, the unworthiness, the I am separated, the I am abandoned, the I am. So he went through those main things we all have. And he said that is what the ego runs on. And so that's all the ego is. So it'll run on one of those programs and tell you to go do something, to get up and go do something. But it's not what should be telling you to get up and go do something. It should be the I am presence within you, the grand I am that you are, instead of that part of you that can have you go off and do things on a tangent, like squirrel. Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm guilty of that. Squirrel.
What? Squirrel. So I just thought, I have to go back and watch that show, but I just thought that was
sometimes that squirrel, my squirrel. I mean,
it was a fresher and different perspective, probably the same things we've heard, but a little different way to tweak it so that in your mind you can frame it, that whole ego thing, a whole different way, and just put it to rest.
Yes. Yeah, because it's like the old-fashioned the music box or jukebox or whatever. Remember when restaurants you could sit down in a cafe and there would be one at the end of the table and you put your money in and you press the songs that you wanted to hear. Okay, so
3 songs for a dime.
Yes, ego is very much like that machine. Until you engage with it, it has no function. It cannot engage with itself.
It's an action.
You need to engage with it. So when a particular situation or thing or person, something comes up that that pushes you towards that action, it's what you're doing is, you've put in your dime and you've selected the songs. You've decided, or the machine has decided for you what songs it's going to play, how you're going to react to things. And one of the benefits when you're doing that self-discovery is when you're able to sit with yourself and examine the tapes that play in your head, the default thoughts and actions that you automatically go to, you realize that 99.99% of them are not yours. They are things that you have heard other people say about you, or they're things that you have heard about yourself that you have believed that they did apply to you and that they are true for you, when in fact they may not be at all. But it's the default. You put your dime in the machine and you
play the action. But and here's the whole thing. When you're in fifth dimensional frequencies, the ego doesn't come with you. It's just a construct for this 3D world. So it isn't even something that it's not part of you. It isn't your personality. It isn't part of your mind. It isn't part of anything. It's a construct we created. But it's interesting to note Marina has a class that can help you change the tape. I think is one of your classes that deals with that directly.
Yes.
And you can go sign up with that, for that. And they're very reasonable at marinasheartcentertarot.com. You can move through all of this and just,
It is enlightening in a lot of ways when you kind of dig deeper and you get to the root, to the core, and you look at where that belief came from, and it's kind of like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, why would I think that? And the change is
I could have had a V8.
Immediate.
Yes. Yes.
You might have been holding something in your mind as something that was ingrained you, and it was something that you didn't have anything to do with.
Exactly.
Something implanted by your upbringing. So
exactly. Yeah.
How many people carry around open bleeding wounds as adults that were inflicted when they were a child and had no control over what somebody else with an issue had with them, or decided to take out their issue on the child because it's easier to pick on the child, and you grow up with that cloud hanging over you that you have to learn to get rid of and say, that's not mine, quit carrying it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like my parents got divorced because I was a bad girl.
Yeah.
I did something. I must have done something awful. That's why they're not together.
And you end up getting some of the wounding your parents had as children, and they're passing it on to you. It's like a generational wounding that you from your family.
And sometimes it can go back a lot of generations.
Exactly. But when you think about it, they're very. I mean, our parents parented us the way that they were parented, and they thought that they were doing the best that they could with what they had. So, it's not a case of blame or anything else. It's just understanding that, okay, maybe the comment that was made to me when I was a child was totally inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But then where did that originate? Well, it originated with their parents and their grandparents and so on down the line, until at some point it might have been appropriate to say what was said, but it applied to that one situation. So,
and so it just gets passed on.
Exactly.
Which is the importance of cord cutting. I mean,
to back away from all of that programming and step into their authentic self and let all that go. That's a big step. Yeah,
exactly. And that it's one of the things that as you mentioned, Val, and thank you for mentioning it, is the change the tape. That course, I give you questions that you think about and identify through, question and answer where that belief originated.
Yeah.
And how you can change that. How you can say that does not apply to me. I overheard someone say that. Why did I take that on as my own?
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's taking your power back, folks, from all those strands and strings of things. You're pulling it back, and now you're going to feel so much lighter because you've let go of all the things that were attached to those strings and strands of energy. Boom, dissolved.
Because what good does it do to carry around somebody else's problem and adopt it as your own?
Yes.
What does that get you? I mean,
but you don't know it necessarily because you haven't.
No, you don't.
Child, you might have overheard something and you didn't have that critical thinking yet, and you just took it on like a conscious thing.
Yes.
We're so much better at believing the negative about ourselves than we are the positive
true.
about ourselves.
Ain't that the truth, Shari? Yes.
That is a
Yes.
very important thing to realize about humanity and how this whole game is set up, that you are going to be leaning toward looking and believing the negative things.
Yes.
It's just, it's for us to stand in the power of who we really are. We feel that magnetic pull to believe the negative for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Isn't it amazing that when something good, unexpectedly good happens in your life, you say, "Oh, I was really lucky. I was really lucky that happened."
Yeah.
When something unexpected that's a challenge and that may be a little uncomfortable, it's like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That always happens to me. Right?
Exactly. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
You have that self-limiting belief.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you do yourselves a favor if those of you who haven't gotten to looking at your mind script and the things that play, and they can be subtle, and you may not even realize that it's whispering, "Oh, you can't do that.
Yes.
You know, they have more talent." Or won't even try it.
Yes.
You know, it could be. It's all a little whisper.
Yep.
You're too short. You're too fat.
Exactly.
You're this. You're too that.
Exactly. It's all of
and
those.
those little voices that we hear or that we pick up from others, and then adopt them and think, "Yeah, I am too fat. No one's ever going to want to marry me
We play it
because
for
I'm just
ourselves, right? You play it back nonstop.
Here's
Like
your dime. Insert.
you play it. Oh, it's time to play all the.
Yeah, totally. You know, it just occurred to me, I'm not exactly sure how what we're talking about, relates to the superpower, but I think in some ways it certainly does, because that the superpower is to develop that relationship with yourself, that you can say to yourself, I don't need saving.
I don't need saving. I've already got all the powers.
Yes.
I am the divine goddess energy or god.
We are all the magician.
Yes, everyone.
We are all the magician.
We are this beautiful, powerful energy projecting down into these human vessels. So that's the truth. And what doesn't align with that, just let it drop.
Yep.
Basically.
Exactly. And like Shari said earlier, that, cutting those cords, letting go of those things that are weighing you down, that are they're not beneficial. They don't have, they're not serving your highest good. It's like, not only are you carrying your own luggage, but you're carrying generations worth of luggage. Those people have dropped it. Of course they dropped it, because you picked it up. Give it back to the one it belongs to. Let them handle it.
Val did that Akashic reading on me. I mean, we cut cords of crap I didn't even realize I was still carrying around. And it was very freeing to finally have that come out and be able to just, it's done. At this point up forward, I'm not carrying that anymore.
Yes. Yeah. And do it without self-judgment. Do it, let it go without thinking, oh, well, what kind of a person am I that I could do that I could just walk away from that family member who, has always been, verbally abusive and whatnot. And I've decided that they are no longer part of my life. What kind of a person am I? What are people going to say?
That's all your ego.
Here's your dime.
Those are all ego judgments. The soul would say, I am a divine vessel. I'm a divine source being, and I'm here to serve. And the first thing that I'm doing is I love myself, and then I love everyone else as myself. But
We just won the internet with hers. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the superpower is loving yourself. That is the step one of the sovereign being manuscript. Love yourself first. I mean, from all the way you look, the way you sound, the weight you are, your skin, your hair, how you show up, in every way, shape, or form, appreciate and love yourself first. This is playbook 101.
Well, and how can anyone expect another person to love them if they don't love themselves?
And you'll just attract people who will not totally see you. They'll just be seeing their own wounding and respond to you in that way because you're not in the state of love. And when you're in a state of love, of self-love, those energies that will resonate and pull toward you will be those people who see you from a soul level, see your beautiful soul energy. Those are the people you want in your lives.
That's right. That's right. It's like a magnet, right?
Yeah.
You attract to yourself.
People hurt people.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'm spitting out a lot of tropes tonight, but they just keep popping into my head. But but they're true because they're based on actuality. They're based on people who have faced that demon.
Yes.
For lack of a better word, and said, no, I'm not accepting this anymore.
Exactly.
I'm not carrying this anymore.
That's exactly right.
Done.
Yeah, it's really setting your boundaries too for what's acceptable to you and in your life.
Yeah. And Barbara, I do agree with you to a large extent that
sacrificial lambs are not necessary any longer.
No. Like
family doesn't mean blood related. Family can be anybody you choose.
Yeah.
You can choose who your family is. They don't have to be biologically.
And you don't need to sacrifice yourself on the altar of friendship, on the altar of family. If you are in a situation like that and somebody's asking you for things, your time or anything like that, and you don't resonate with it, step back and tell them you're unavailable or there's, you're not able to help them at this time. Be honest about it.
Yeah.
Don't do something and then resent it later.
Yes.
That's what I'm really saying.
I mean, like I've shared, I grew up with no self-esteem because I believed the BS that was always thrown my way as a child from not immediate relatives, but distant relatives.
Yes.
The aunts, the uncles, the cousins, because of whatever crap they were carrying around.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I was chosen to be the redheaded stepchild.
Hey, watch the
redheads. No offense to redheads. I used to color mine red, so but or for stepchildren, no offense against them, but again, it's that it's the fact that somebody with their own hangups is going to put that on to an innocent child, and then that child's going to grow up with that disability.
Yeah, I mean, you can
certainly able to shake it off, and
you can certainly have compassion for grown-up adults who would say something demeaning to a child.
Yeah,
that is very wounded adult that would do that kind of thing.
Yes.
But this is why you're so strong today. This is why you can stand in your power, because you know what that feels like. You've developed your compassion for everyone, having gone through those things. And I mean, you have to look at the silver lining and what that brought forward. But definitely adults can be just as wounded as a little kid saying malicious things and not to take those on as your own, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
have more people that I can count as family that I've never had any kind of biological attachment to whatsoever,
Yes.
because they were people that I chose because
Yes.
they lifted me up,
Yeah.
and they accepted me for me without any conditions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's who you want as your family, is those that are going to love you unconditionally and accept you warts and all. I
Yes.
am what I am. And if you don't like it, adios, amigo. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you, and just get right on out.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. It's just coming out of my mouth tonight.
I do want to say thank you very much to Sue Toffee for that wonderful donation to Allie. That is fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. And she also gifted a Heart and Soul Connected membership to someone. So,
and it looks like Magic by Moonlight was the one that got the
really?
membership.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you look at the YouTube chat, you can see who gets the.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't have any control over who gets it, but the
Yeah.
YouTube will show you who gets the
Oh,
membership.
okay. Because,
But
yeah,
StreamYard doesn't show it. So,
okay.
I
Because,
have the
yeah,
chat
I
up
couldn't,
over
I
here on
couldn't
the.
see it, but Magic by Moonlight. Welcome. Welcome to Allie's membership.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
really, really going to enjoy it. So that is fabulous. And you know what? What a good note to end things on. Someone, kindness being shared.
That's
So,
it.
yeah, absolutely. So thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us and for indulging us as we go through this little discussion. And yeah, think about how how you can make yourself happy. Let that be your superpower.
Yeah.
That you accept yourself and you love yourself exactly where you are, because you're not
Go out and
broken.
twitch your nose tonight.
Yeah. Yes.
And make others happy.
Yes. Absolutely. And thanks for being here with us, Karen. I appreciate you being here. And thank you, Val. Thank you, Shari. It's lovely, lovely. Next week will be on my channel. So it's like you're going to get a lot of me. Okay, you're going to see a lot of me.
By the end of next week, I'm gonna be like, "Damn, is she on every night?"
Yes.
a new host. I mean,
because next Thursday for Golden Girls, Marina's the host. So
yes,
it just happens that way, folks.
Yeah, we have those weeks where it's like everything falls in. It's all your turn on that week. It's like people are gonna be sick of looking at me.
Exactly. Yes, yeah. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment on all the channels, but yeah, definitely subscribe to Allie, to Val, to Shari, to myself, and
we all have memberships too. So
yes,
if you want
absolutely take a look at them, and we will see you later. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much, ladies. Bye for now.
Bye,
Bye everybody.